Thank you for your interest in QA Valley. We are the provider of ultimate software quality assurance. This video presents the engagement model for utilizing our ongoing QA cycle testing services. Clients that perform continuous development and deployment are frequently faced with larger proportions of quality assurance tasks which inevitably exceed the capacity of their internal QA teams. These clients frequently engage dedicated QA Valley quality assurance staff as full-time equivalents to perform continuous QA cycles as new software builds are generated. The software builds which are made ready by the client's team are sent to the assigned QA Valley team, and the respective QA cycles are scheduled for execution in mutually acceptable timelines. Selections of QA Valley staff are permanently allocated to individual clients, are thoroughly trained on client-specific software products or application systems, may utilize dedicated infrastructure segments, function in working hours that have overlap with the assigned client, and have meetings and collaborative sessions through common communication platforms. Newly introduced test cases are added into the test case repository for the relevant software product, resulting in an expanded catalog of conditions under which the software is tested. Our team then presents the test case coverage to the affected client. As the client product evolve and change through different development cycles, the test case coverage is expanded to cover the new functionalities. At this stage, the test coverage is considered 100%. Then QA Valley will then use the expanded repository as the pivot to conduct the QA cycle, which now encompasses the previous test cases and the newly added conditions. As the QA cycle is executed, our QA team logs all the newly discovered defects in the client's defect tracking system, and this include video recordings and screen captures explaining why that particular test has failed. These defect artifacts are inserted as attachments into the defect tracking system. At this stage, a summary of report is assimilated that presents the statistics on the QA cycle that has just been completed. The defect statistics report is transmitted to the client, which includes classification, recommended priorities, steps to reproduce, and severity. The QA Valley team then formally meets with the client and presents the defect statistics and explains discoveries that may be classified as high priority or being severe. Those defects and discoveries that are disputed by the client are defended by QA Valley, and concerns is established as to whether those items should be reclassified. After QA Valley presents, demonstrates, and explains the reported defects and discoveries, both parties then mutually close the QA cycle and plans when QA Valley expect the next build. The affected client utilizes the defect report as its guide and schedules high-priority items to its internal development team for remediation. The internal development team remediates the assigned priority defects and conducts its own sanity check to confirm that the software is fully functional. The client's development team prepares a new build with the remediated defects, and at this stage works with its management team to establish whether the software should be released to the public or should undergo another QA cycle. Software that are characterized as mission critical may demand very low defect ratios before general release, and therefore the client will decide whether the new build should be released or should be retransmitted to QA Valley for another round of testing. If the client decides that the newly generated software build should be retested, then this new build is retransmitted to QA Valley and the complete cycle is repeated. To know more about QA Valley and our QA capabilities, please call us at 202-747-3443 or email us at sales@qavalley.com. You can also reach us through any of our social media sites.